And because I had read that the cloud appeared on February 28th, I am the person that began to say that when the angels came down on February the 28th, the day that it happened, and I said Brother Branham was in the mountains in February during the hunting season, and on February the 28th he did this, and the angels came down, and when they departed from him, they formed a cloud in the sky. You don't find Brother Branham saying that. I assumed that because I didn't know any better. And then Brother Lewis up at Lima, Ohio, was debating a Church of Christ preacher. And the Church of Christ preacher had gotten a hold of the hunting regulations for 1963, and he challenged Brother Lewis, and he says, your prophet killed a pig out of season. And the hunting season that year was March 4 through 14. And if Brother Branham killed a pig on February 28th, he killed it out of season. So that motivated us to begin to ask the brothers, what were y'all doing over there? Well, then we found where Brother Branham was in Houston, Texas on March the 4th to get a reprieve from execution for the photographer's stepson that had taken the picture of the pillar of fire in Houston, Texas. And because Brother Branham went there, that man gave Brother Branham the copyright and the negative of that picture. And Brother Branham and Brother Fred got in a vehicle and drove from Houston straight through, got back here on the morning of the 6th, and they came over here hunting, and Brother Branham killed his pig on March the 6th. And on March the 7th is the day he went up there. And those 7 angels came down to him. But those angels, that cloud had been photographed February the 28th, 7 days before. Now, I've known this for 20 years. But I didn't have the wherewithal to challenge this or to say it. But when Sister Rebecca and Brother George began to hear about it, they published it in their magazine. And there was a number of people who says, well, if he wasn't over there on the 28th when that happened, because he said so and so and so and so. But you see, Brother Branham didn't say it. We said it. Yeah. We assumed it. But then we got to looking, and in June of '63, at a graduation celebration, a little party that the folks, the believers, had for Brother Branham, for the graduating class that year, high school kids, Brother Branham was there. And it's just on a little tape that the Normans had. And Brother Branham said, speaking about his coming to Tucson, he said, now when I come, one thing was by a vision. I was standing above Tucson up here when a blast went off. Brother Fred was there when it went off, and they took a picture, you know, in the sky, and I didn't think much about it, never noticed it. So it began to impress me somehow the other day, and Brother Norman, that's Eugene Norman, Norma's father, he's got a daughter, his oldest daughter is named Norma. There's Norma, Mary, and Becky, isn't there? And Norma was the one graduating. Norma's father here told me, said, did you notice this? And what had happened is Brother Donnie Wirtz's brother, was it Willard, that had the magazine, the Life magazine? Yeah. And Brother Eugene Norman, which is his brother-in-law, because Sister Norman is Brother Donnie and Willard's sister. And Brother Norman asked his brother Willard, could I take this? I want to show it to Brother Branham. Now that came out May the 17th, Life magazine. The picture of the cloud ring too high, too big to be true. And Brother Norman had showed it to Brother Branham, according to this right here, and that's what Brother Norman's testimony is. And he says, Brother Norman, Norma's father told me, said, did you notice this? And just as I looked at it, right there was them angels, just as plain as they could be, sitting right there in that picture. See? I looked to see when it was. It's the time, same. About a day or two before, day or two after, I was up there. So Brother Branham tells us here that that picture was not the day that he was here. And when we calculate it now, it was February the 28th that the picture was taken, March the 7th, the day he killed his pig. A week, 7 days. Those angels were already here. They were waiting for Brother Branham to come and get here. And look where it was at, northeast of Flagstaff or Prescott, which is below Flagstaff. Well, that's just where we was at, just exactly. Well, that's right through there. Tucson's right through there, 40 miles. Flagstaff's right through there, about 200 miles. But the thing was 26 miles high, 45 kilometers. It remained illuminated 28 minutes after sunset. So there's never been another generation that's had a sign. Now, if something that I said about how it happened has got you confused, go back and listen to what Brother Branham said about it in light of the first thing he ever said about it. Is it not strange that he doesn't even mention it at the seals? He preached it in March. He never mentions the cloud. Not until June, when Brother Branham saw the picture in Life magazine, does he mention the cloud. And then later on, in August, is when he takes and turns it sideways and he said, look, there's those angels flying right there. And Brother Branham pointed out one or two things, but since then, man, you have everybody finally, look, here's a horse, and here's a man, here's an angel, and I'm sorry, why do we have to do that? Why do we need anything false? We got enough that's real, Amen. Genuine of God. And so, Brother Branham was here, and I'm sure if you look, you can find